Day. From State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway from Glendale. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out. Play action, it's Tannehill. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert, and this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 17-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams there to make the grab. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Here's Tannehill. Steps away to his left. He completes it to Henry. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here now Roberts. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive, and certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert, and it's hauled in by Jared Cook. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the... Charger football to start quarter number 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Cook. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers.
Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen there to make the grab. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Tannehill on 1st down. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again is Tannehill. Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that is incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 31-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Bears it out toward the corner of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Going back to Allen. He's got him again. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Flush to his right. And it's caught. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So we have reached halftime with a ton of coachman. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So the Chargers will start the 2nd half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Play action. It's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 2nd down at 4. Draw play, it's Eckler. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Herbert now. Eluding the pressure right. That's into the hands of Eckler. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They got his man complete.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And he's got this down to the 35.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Man open, here's Jones. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It was Joey Bosa working his way in to bust that one up. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They shakes him off. Escaping the pressure right. He's got the tight end Furtzer right side complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Chester Rogers there to make the grab. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. LA readies for its next possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That's going to go as a loss of 17 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and about a mile here. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Running on first down, Eckler. And some space here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. First down, and they stick with Eckler. He's to the 10, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 24 yards, and the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins, and the lead is now 21-14. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. So now Tannehill and the Titans down 21-14. 1:15 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
He's got Ferguson, and they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Tannehill. That's taken in by Ferguson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Throwing Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Tannehill. Dancing to his left. He's got Henry, and he will hustle out of bounds. That stops the clock, but boy, that's just a very minimal gain. And also, keep in mind, it's fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Desperation time for Tannehill on fourth down. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now Tannehill. Caught on the right side by Jones. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now with a seconds. They're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And he has got it.
First down against our defense by that decision.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So much for field goal range. They were going for the jugular right there, just trying to end it.
That was definitely a shot play, as they like to call it, a chunk play. Whatever term you want to put on it, they were attacking deep downfield, trying to get to the end zone. Really well defended, going up and knocking it away.
67 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here in OT. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Herbert to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this. All the way through. Who's going to win it?